How's it going, guys? I just wanted to go through exercise 3F, sketching linear graphs using the second method that we learned in class, which is the x and y intercept method. And now I've actually shown you a linear graph here, and before we can actually attempt the example, I'd like for you to understand the dimensions of the x and y intercept. So what I wanted to go through is this x-intercept. We should know that our x-intercept has a y value, or the y coordinate of the x value is 0. So x-intercept, y is equal to 0. And to find our y-intercept, x is equal to 0. So if we were to go through the x-axis, and if the line actually went through any of the x values, so if the x-intercept was -2, 1, 100, we should know that our y value, or our y coordinate for the x-intercept is 0. And that goes for the y-intercept. So if we were to find out our y-intercept, we should know that our y-intercept has a coordinate, x coordinate of 0. So I think with that in mind, we should hopefully be able to answer the second example in exercise F, where it says to sketch a graph, and the graph is 4x minus y is equal to 8 using the x and y intercept method. Now I've written this, and I've said this many times in class, and I'd like for you to just, I'd like to say it the same way, so that way you'll be able to understand and memorize the procedure. Now we should know that to find our y-intercept, x is equal to 0. So we're going to sub in 0 into the equation. So I'm going to actually bring out this equation here, and we're going to just sub in the x, which is 0, into the equation. So let's do that. So it's 4, put a bracket there, so our x value is 0, minus y is equal to 8. Now 4 times 0 is cancelled. So our new equation is y is equal to 8. Now, negative y is equal to 8 can also be rewritten as negative 1y is equal to 8. Because if we times negative 1 by y, we'll get negative y. So now if we were to simplify this equation, we want to try and get rid of the negative 1. So to get rid of the negative 1, we can either divide by negative 1 on both sides, or we can times by negative 1 on both sides. I'm going to actually multiply this by negative 1 on both sides. So I'm going to write here that we've multiplied by negative 1 on both sides. So if we were to multiply negative 1 on both sides, or divide by negative 1 on both sides, could you see that it cancels? So we're left with y is equal to negative 8. So we should know by this that our y-intercept is equal to negative 8, and our coordinate is 0, negative 8. So the coordinate for our y-intercept is 0, negative 8. Let's do the same procedure for the x-intercept. So to find our x-intercept, we should know that our y is equal to 0. So it's inverted this time round. So let's substitute our y value, which is 0, into the equation. So let's copy the equation. 4x minus 0, because our y is 0, is equal to 8. As you can see, that 0 disappears. Our new equation is 4x is equal to 8. Now to get x by itself, we divide 4 on both sides. As you can see, the 4 disappears. I just want to show that we divided 4 on both sides to cancel and get x by itself. And we have x equaling to 2. So therefore, our x-intercept is equal to 2, and the coordinate for that will be 2, 0. That's about it.